Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. For the newcomers, I am Susie Valentine. I am a psychic, a Theta Healing master instructor, and I'm also doing channeling of starseeds. So today we are going to do free psychic readings, and at the end of this session, we will also do channeling of the Ziladian starseeds. So we're going to start with any questions live from the chat and also the questions that have been submitted. If you want to submit your own question, go to susievalentine.com and you can submit your question there, either for the Ziladians or for psychic readings. Both is free. We also do private sessions, which are, of course, paid for, which you can book as well, whereby for half an hour we look into your specific questions. Okay, let's get started. Just so you know, these are, there's no advice being given or anything in that direction. There's no diagnosis. I'm basically connecting to source energy. And from that perspective, I will scan the energy and tell you what I pick up in the energy. Yeah. Make sure you keep your own responsibility. Don't just take what is being said as the real truth. Really feel into it. Feel in, does this resonate with me? And if it does, then let the information help you. If it doesn't, then let it be. Yeah. So make sure you stay in your power and you empower yourself. That's incredibly important, especially in this changing time. Okay, we're going to start with the first question. Richard P. How can I act now to make my 2 projects really successful in terms of my true purpose in life and financially? Richard. Okay, let's have a look for you. I'm going to scan your energy. Okay, the first thing that's coming up, Rashad, is what do you define as success? Because when I scan the energy, it's very much success in terms of what society expects. And is that really success? What I'm hearing here is really connect to your heart and go a little deeper. And it's like, what does success mean to me? What does success mean for these projects? Is that helping one person to really step into their power? Is that success? Could very well be. Does it mean helping hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands to grow and evolve? Could it be listening to your inner guidance and going with the flow of life and really learning how to pick up these synchronicities and going in balance with that? What does success for you mean? What does success for these projects mean? And I'm getting a strong guidance here from Creator to allow yourself to step out of what society would define as success. And really connecting to what do you define as success? What is really, when you connect to your heart, success for you? Okay. That's the main thing I'm getting for you right now. Play with that. And then if you have any other questions, come back next week or the week after to see how you can take this further. Yeah. Okay. You're very welcome. And good luck with your projects. They sound like there's a beautiful energy around it. It just feels like you need to do a little bit more of that inner work to really unlock the power of your projects. And the inner work is like an ongoing thing, right? It's not something that it's not something that we just do for now and then it's gone and we don't have to look at it. It's like going to the gym. It's an ongoing thing. Keeping a healthy lifestyle is an ongoing thing. Okay, let's go to the next person. So the next person is Talia. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. What are the positive changes happening in the upcoming months in my relationship? I'm currently engaged. For example, travel, relocation, etc. Let me have a look for you. Okay, first of all, can I clear the space for you? It feels a little bit like dense. Anybody else who's watching it like to have their space cleared can also say yes. And I'm just going to ask Creator to clear the space for everybody. That feels a little lighter. Okay. Okay, when I scan your energy, Talia, the first thing that I'm hearing is you're going to find more depth, another depth in your relationship. And it's more to do with like related to the inner work, expression of feelings, expression of emotions. You're already doing that to a certain extent, which is amazing. But there's going to be another depth, a new level in that. And it's more related to authenticity. How can you be your true authentic self in the relationship? Now, a lot of people are moving towards that path of becoming more of their authentic selves. How to live more of their authentic selves, because we're constantly trying to adjust to society to be able to fit in, to be able to be good enough, to avoid rejections. And because of that, we are kind of adjusting ourselves in order to be good enough. And what I see here is that this new level in the relationship allows you both to live a little bit more of your authentic self, of the true you, of the things you really enjoy in life, to be able to express what you really feel, and learn more about you as individual, but also you both as individuals within the relationship. So that's one of the things that I see that's opening up more in the coming months. There could be a relocation, and the energy is there for it. But what I also hear, it's not necessary. It shouldn't be a push. Let's say it like that. It shouldn't be a push. With a relocation, it's really important to allow it to unfold, allow it to flow, and allow it to really feel right. And then go for it. There's definitely a relocation. If it doesn't happen in the next couple of months, it feels more like 12 to 24 months for that. And then there's going to be, even though you already feel free, it's going to be another, more of being able to really feel more of the freedom within yourself, within the relationship, and also with life. These are the things I see for you right now. Okay. Vanilla Pie. Hi, can you tell me anything about this new divine partner? Like, is he in my local area and occupation? Also, can you say a prayer for me in my mind to bring in, in my mind to bring in healthy, loving, fun, and a whole partner? Okay, let's have a look for you. Okay, Vanilla Pie, what I see for you is when I scan the energy, there is almost like, I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. And it's like trying to almost control it in, pull it in, work hard to get it in. And on some level, you're going against the energy flow. You're trying to control the flow and make it the way you want it right now. And it's hard work. It's really hard work. Instead of allowing your energy to really come in alignment with the flow of energy, with the way the energy flows, because the energy is so much stronger than we are. And when we fight against it, it is tension, it is a push, it's a pull, it's trying to get control, but it's constantly out of alignment. And what I really see for you with all the things you want is you need to move into alignment with that flow of energy. Work on the virtues of patience, work on the virtues of being in flow, work on the virtues of synchronicity, work on the virtues of like allowing magic to happen for you. Can we show you what these things feel like? And if anybody else wants that as well. And can we show you what it feels like to manifest and attract in this way, to flow in life in this way? Because then things can unfold for you without using it as like a distraction, without constantly occupying. You're setting the intention, you're letting it go, and you're allowing that flow of life to bring it to you. Can we show you what that feels like? And a little bit of patience is required for that. But when you allow the divine to do its work, to serve you, to be there for you, it just unfolds with so much more ease. It unfolds with so much more magic and wonder and beyond your expectations. So that's what I really hear for you to focus on, if you'd like. Because that's a really beautiful way of attracting. And it's also building more of that framework to having the connection with the divine, to trusting that connection with the divine, so it can help you in any situation instead of feeling like you need to control all the different situations in your life. You can just set the intention, let it go, allow it to flow for you, work on the beliefs that you feel that are blocking you, and then this energy can just start unfolding things in your life in so many different areas, so you don't have to control all these things. Yeah? Okay. I hope that helped you. Uku. Hi, I submitted, there's a question submitted for me. Uku, I don't see a question for you. I did the thing this morning. Please just put in the chat if you'd like something answered. Vanilla, yes, you are continuously working on yourself and you're doing great. Keep going with that and allow the patience. Allow the patience virtue to come in and grow within you as well. And the trust that it will happen for you in the right way. Okay. You're welcome. Emma. Hey, Susie, I have a question on the form. Thank you, Emma. Okay, I think maybe something has gone wrong with the form. If you submit a question like 5 minutes before, an hour before, that's it might not be in there. I probably did this at 10 a.m. this morning, so 2 hours ago. There's no question I have for you either, Emma. So please feel free to just put it in again. Yeah. Raj, I do have your question because you submitted it probably a little bit earlier. 43, jobless and single, right? Will I get married to a person that I like? Is that the same? Will I get married to a compatible partner? Let me have a look for you. Is it Raj? Okay. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Okay. What I hear for you, and again, this is not advice, this isn't a guarantee, this is just the energy I'm picking up, how things are aligned at the moment. I hear, absolutely, but currently you have the doors closed. And what I'm being shown is there is some beliefs within you that you need to be able to provide if you get married. You are the one who's responsible for like all the breadwinnings, all the finances. You need to make sure you do all these things. You have the door closed because you're currently not having a job. You have the door closed because you have a lot of pressure on yourself that the kind of person you need to be, you want to be, you should be, are expected to be before you can actually be open to a relationship, before you can allow the woman that you want or the partner that you want to come in. I don't know if this is, sorry, none of your woman, man, actually. So I'm just going to say the partner that you want to come in, like there feels like there's so much beliefs and expectation upon you before you can allow a partner or a spouse into your life, that you're keeping the doors closed for yourself. And the message that I'm getting is, why do you put so much expectation on yourself? Why do you put so much pressure on yourself? Why do you bind yourself to so many rules? Is this community? Is this family expectation? Is this beliefs that you're holding on to? What can you do to start letting go of these things and start becoming more open? Because the way relationships are shifting, and it's not the responsibility of one person or the other person. It's a combination of the two. And it's about playing upon the strengths that each person in a partnership has, and what their joys are, what their excitements are, and what they're good at, and how you can contribute to each other in that kind of way. And when you start approaching it more from that perspective, you can start opening the doors and allow the love and the partner in that you really desire, that you're longing for. So please, like, maybe watch this back again, the answer, and really sit with the questions that I said before and see, hey, what does that do with me? Answer them honestly. Don't answer them just to give an answer. Really go into your heart and feel like, what is really there? Because when you're honest with yourself, you can start shifting some of these beliefs. You can start letting go of some of these expectations, and that allows the door to be opened to a relationship. I hope that helps you. Because you have a lot of like beautiful love to give, and you have a really big heart, and that's just wonderful to see. Yeah. Okay. Emma, my relationship to money scarcity is blocking my access to joy and creativity, and awareness of greed influencing my decision making. Please, may I have guidance on beliefs to clear to move through this? Let me have a look for you. Okay. First of all, Emma, I'm hearing that you're very hard to yourself. You're very direct to yourself. You have a very high expectation. And there's almost like this self-judgment. And what I'm hearing from creator energy is, why do you have that self-judgment? How is that serving you? Why are you holding on to that? Because when you let go of that and actually change that into more of the self-love, self-care, and empowering yourself, believe in yourself, then the financial part will just unlock together with your creativity, together with your passion. And then what I see now a picture of like things being completely entangled and being made really difficult. And then next to that, I see this picture of like, when you have more love towards yourself, when you let go of the judgments towards yourself and others, by the way, I see then this picture of like things being very simple and things flowing very easily and there being in abundance, and you like really being in that synchronicity of your creativity. And then it unfolds. And there's also a thing of letting go of the expectation that money directly needs to flow in, that is generated through your creativity. There's a little bit of like a leap there, a little bit of a jump there from one to the other. And it will go in like ups and downs with that. But when you start working in this first image on that trust in yourself, on the care for yourself, on being kind for yourself, why are we always so harsh for ourselves? And this is not just you, this is a large part of society. Putting yourself down, being very direct or harsh or overly critical towards ourselves. Why? Really sit with these questions. Why are we overcritical to ourselves? Why do we expect so much of ourselves? Why do we put so much pressure on? Because all of these things are not necessarily natural. And because it is not natural, it suppresses your energy flow. And that's for anybody, by the way. It suppresses your energy flow. And when that energy flow can't like flow easily, you can't live your full potential. So check around beliefs around really being able to live your energy flow. Why are you suppressing some of your energy flow? What is stopping you from caring and being loving towards yourself and others? It's more towards yourself that's important in this scenario. And how does being overcritical is helping you? So this can shift. And this is going to be a bit of a process, but keep going with it because it will bring you more in balance. And it will actually empower you to be more of your authentic self, and your creative self will come out there. I hope that helped, Hannah. Okay. Oh, cool. Hi, Susie. I just wanted to find out what do I need to focus on right now? I feel a little stuck. Lots going on. What's showing up for me in the next few months, please? Many thanks. It's okay. You changed your question. It's just what felt most right for you at the moment. Okay. Oh, cool. It's about letting go of the expectation and living more of your flow. What does that mean? Doing the things you enjoy doing. Allowing times for the things you love. Allowing times for the things you're excited about. Allowing times for the things that bring you joy. Let go of the pressure of outcomes. Let go of the pressure of needing to be efficient or needing to perform or needing to have something tangible or physical or a tick list to be able to feel like you have performed, you're good enough, or you have been efficient. That's like old energy, old way of thinking. And it's shifting a lot at the moment. So we need to let go of that. And it's not just you, it's probably almost everybody who's watching this today. Yeah, when you start letting go of that, let go of the pressure more, let go of the expectation more, then you can give yourself time to do what you enjoy doing. Give yourself time to focus on what excites you, to focus on what you're being guided. Avoid the procrastination. But if there's procrastination there's either an energetic block or it's not the right time for you yet. So we don't need to push through procrastination. Again, it's an old way of thinking. Okay, what is the energetic block? What can I do for inner work to shift this block? Do I need to meditate? Do I need to do some Theta Healing belief work? Do I need to do something else? Write a little bit about it, connect to my heart, maybe even do a little bit of channeling. You all can do some channeling. It's possible for everybody. And when you start doing that, you will come more in flow and you will get out of that feeling stuck. You're in transition. Your energy is in transition of This is the way how the energy in society used to flow, what is expected, what we're holding on to, what feels safe. And you're in a transition of more of this energy flow, this trust, this guidance. And so many of you are in transition of that. And that's exciting. It's beautiful. It can feel like you're stuck. It can feel like things are not working out. It can feel like you're not performing the way you want to perform. Be aware of that. Awareness is super important, and then you can let that go. And then you move more towards what brings you joy. Go and what check in with your energy. What does your energy need that day? Do that and feel grateful for it. Yeah? I hope that helped you, Uku. Sparkles 11. Hey Susie, I'm back at work after holidays. Can you scan and see what affects my relationship with colleagues? I feel isolated. Okay. It feels like you've gone through some kind of personal growth, some inner growth, and you're very happy with that, but also you don't have to really show it or talk about it, or don't really know how your colleagues would respond to that. So it's almost like you shielded that off and started to isolate yourself with that because you don't feel like you can share it with them. So if there is a little bit of belief work you can do, why do you need to feel isolated? Why, on all levels, on all languages, I know how to share my personal growth. I'm allowed to share my personal growth. Check for these kind of beliefs. I'm allowed to be seen with my evolved energy. Or on any level, in any language, I will be judged for my personal growth or my evolved energy. On any level, in any language, I scare off people because of my evolved energy. These are the kind of beliefs to test for and to shift to make sure that the negative beliefs are a no when you're muscle testing or energetic testing, the beliefs that you're having, and when the positive beliefs, you test for yes for. If that's not the case, do belief work on it and shift that around. Now, for people who are not familiar with Theta Healing, just very briefly, in Theta Healing, we do a lot of discovering what kind of beliefs subconsciously are holding you back, because most of the beliefs that we're holding, we're not even aware that we're holding. We use a method whereby we can identify what the beliefs are that are holding us back. Then we do some digging work, or Theta Healing digging work, whereby we identify which beliefs are actually the core. So this might be the belief that we're holding back, but what is the root cause of that? And with Theta Healing, we go to that root cause and then identify how is this root cause helping you or serving you, or why are you holding on to that? Because there's always a positive way why we're holding on to that. Once we identify that, we energetically can shift it, and your entire energy starts shifting, becomes much more free, much more flowy, much more in alignment with who you truly are. Yeah, so that's what we do within Theta Healing. And when you become more aware, more capable of this modality, it can be so freeing and so empowering, because you can identify your own beliefs and shift them. Anyway, if you want to have more information, go to fromheadtoheart.com. That's my Theta Healing business, where I teach classes, but it's just to make sure everybody's aware what I'm talking about when I give these things. I'm Sparkles 11. I hope that helped you, and I hope you can do something with these. It's Rash. Perfect. Thanks, Rash, for confirming. Okay. Dear kindred souls, hi. What are some upcoming changes in my life that I should get aware about to help me prepare for it, especially if it's related to divine timing? Let me have a look for you. Okay, you might have some things coming on your path that's totally beyond what you would usually do. And it's very easy to say no to these things. And what I'm hearing here is, don't say no too quickly. Allow yourself to explore some things that are different than what you usually do, because they're actually like on some level linked to your next divine timings. They are opening up your path to discover more about you. You might not see the direction, that connection straight away, but over time that connection will become more clear, and it allows you to grow and evolve. So if you are invited, or if things come on your path that is a little bit beyond what you would usually do or beyond your comfort zone, avoid saying no directly and really check in. Why is this coming on my path? Am I ready to step outside of my comfort zone? And go for it if it feels right. Never let fear hold you back. And also avoid letting resistance to change stop you. Go out of the resistance to change, because that might actually block you and delay some of your next steps. So avoid resistance to change, be open for change, and allow yourself to go outside of your comfort zone if and when it feels right. Yeah, I hope that helps. That was for Dear Kindred Souls. Okay. It's me, Nimira. Hi, Susie. Will the divine help to find the solution for my neighbor, Corinne, with her triples, who are 7 years old? It's really hectic and they have lots of fight. Maybe the solution is moving to a big house. Okay, let me have a look for you. Okay. The divine is always there to help with solutions, to bring solutions. But what I also see is, are they ready for a solution? Do they want a solution? Or sometimes for people, being in a situation that might be slightly uncomfortable, but gives them certainty or gives them comfort, might be preferred, or might be where they prefer to stay on some level, because then they don't have to go to the uncertainty, don't have to go through the change, don't have to go to the things that are new, that could be much more beneficial, but it brings uncertainty, and that uncertainty feels too risky sometimes for people, and that's why they rather go to the pain and stay where they are than taking a leap of faith or moving on to a next step and embracing the change. Everybody, whatever they're experiencing, this might be sounding a bit contradicting for people, and people can get really triggered by this. So if you get triggered by this, that might be an incredible opportunity to look into yourself and say, hey, I got triggered by this. Why did this trigger me so much? Why did I feel like it was an attack or a personal thing, or did it really touch me? Connect to your heart and see what's underneath there. But the thing I'm saying here is, everything that a person goes to, on some level, their soul has chosen that. Even with the really tough things, and that is really hard to accept. Why has the soul chosen that? What did the soul want to learn? Why do they put themselves in these kind of situations? And why on some level, do they stay there? And that's for the person themselves to answer. If you see others suffer, why? And then the question is, why do I suffer because I see others suffer? Why do I let that impact me so much? What is the connection here? And why do I feel responsible for helping others? Now, it's incredible to be able to help others, to empower others, to be there for others. But we cannot be responsible for others, because if we make ourselves responsible, we take their free will away. You don't want your free will being taken away from you. So allow others to have their free will and support them and be there for them when they are actually ready to that time still be there for them and help them. But when they're ready, the solution will come on their path. And that's for everybody. When you're ready, solutions will be attracted on your path. Yeah. Set the right intentions. And then see how things can beautifully unfold. A little bit of patience can be required. I hope that helped you, Nimira. And you're holding space beautifully for them, by the way. You really do. Okay, Ilko, I'm glad that it helped you very much. You're very welcome. Emma, thank you, Susie. Amazing insights. Very aware of the pressure I feel, but kindness to self. Good. More of a kindness to self is more of a blind spot. Thank you very much. Yeah. So that's the good thing to work on that. And I know you will. Lots of us serendipity. Hi, Susie. Can I have guidance from my angels about my spiritual path, including any healing with digestive issues? Clarity and solutions would be appreciated. Blessings. Let me have a look for you. Let me see if angels want to connect and open up. You're going through a transition at the moment. Your angels are really there. I see around like 1, 2, 4, 5 are quite active with you at the moment. They're very much around you. But one of the things I'm hearing quite loudly is like you're getting quite a few messages, but you're not necessarily listening to them or acting upon them, on the messages that your angels are giving you. It's almost like you intuitively feel them, or intuitively you get through the message and you're like, I'm not really sure if this is true. I'm not really sure where this came from or what I need to do with it. And then it's almost like it's disregarded. There is a lot of guidance, and what they're asking me to tell to you is listen. Be open for their support and their guidance. Listen to it. And you're allowed to be empowered. You're allowed to be guided. So can the creator show you that you're allowed to be empowered and allowed to be guided? Anybody else who wants that can also say yes. What it feels like to be empowered, what it feels like to be guided, and that is safe. And what it feels like to be guided through change, and that is safe. Yeah. How to be grateful for the guidance you're getting and what it feels like to be grateful without being weak. Beautiful. Anybody who wants that can just say yes and receives these energetic shifts. In terms of the digestive system, I can't do any diagnosis, but it feels like some of the things you're eating really don't resonate with you. And you might just want to make a little list. And whenever you're eating something, if you feel it doesn't resonate with you, write that thing down that doesn't resonate with you. And then you get a little bit of a list of, hey, you can see some patterns every time I eat gluten, or every time I eat dairy, or every time I eat meat, or every time I eat non-organic, or every time I eat this specific vegetable. I really feel my digestive system playing up. And then from that perspective, you can become a little bit more aware. When do you have the biggest issues, and which foods really resonate with you and which food might not resonate with you so much? So it gives you a bit more understanding of what's happening with your digestive system, because your body speaks. Your body tells you. Are we listening? Okay. I hope that helped. And let me also send you some healing energy. And anybody else who'd like to receive some healing energy can say yes. And I ask the creator to send you some healing energy. Okay. Good. we're going to do the questions that have been posted in the chat so far. I'm not going to do any more questions because I also want to do the questions that have been submitted, yeah? And then we're going to do a little bit of the lady in channeling. Bless you for the assistance, Miss Susie. I'm grateful. Thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah. So when does the acid reflux show up? What have you eaten or what have you taken that it shows up? Yeah. Make a little bit of a list there. That might give you some more clarity. Okay, Mary Charmaine. Good evening from the Philippines. What does the Holy Trinity have to say about for towards me? I'm becoming the person I ought to be. Tell them I pray my relationship with my family improves, especially with my parents. Okay, let me have a look. Okay, second question is there a ghost or more in my home? Who and what are they? What do they want or need? Why? What to do to make them leave us alone? Good for good. Okay, let me have a look. Okay. Can we clear any wayward energy from your home? Anybody else would like to have any wayward energy cleared? You can say yes, and I've asked Creator to send them into the light. What are waywards? Waywards are souls who have missed their window to the light. It's basically when a soul passes over, they go into the light, but sometimes there can be a situation whereby the soul misses the window to the light. It doesn't happen very often. It might happen in case of suicide, or it might happen if a death was very unexpected, for example, during war. But usually when somebody passes over, they find their window to the light. Okay, so let me do that clearing. I've got a few of you who are saying yes, because there's a lot of energy and wayward energy just shifting into Creator's light. Just a little thing on Theta Healing, and you asked Creator to send waywards to the light. You need to make sure you send them into Creator's light, because otherwise they might be able to jump light to another light. And that means they're not being transformed in the 7th plane energy. So make sure you send them into Creator's light. And then witness them all the way going to the 7th plane, where that energy is being transformed. And then the soul can move on. Yeah. Okay. Okay, what I do here is, if you want to learn Theta Healing, have a look on From Head to Heart website. Also, I'm teaching a Dig Deeper course, Theta Healing Dig Deeper course, 1st and 2nd of April 2026. So if that's of interest to you, have a look at the website. Okay. That was the first bit about clearing the energies. And then, okay, about the relationships and about you evolving. Your family and your parents are almost like a reflection of the energy you're sending out. So it actually starts within yourself. What can you, why you're sending out a certain energy, that you get the energy back that you're getting back. What do you not like about it, of the energy that you're getting back? And how can you connect with your heart, really feel into your own energy. Like, what can you do differently? What can you change that let your vibration change, that let you, the energy that you are sending out to shift that so that the energy you're getting back becomes differently and you can deal differently with the energy that you're getting back, if that makes sense. Okay, and then the next thing I hear is be really aware of who you are taking guidance from. Don't just believe anybody who says they are good at this or who have a certain status. When you're getting certain information, really feel into it. Does this resonate? Is this for my highest good? Do I feel it aligns with me? And feel into that. If it's a yes, you can continue with it. But if there's a doubt or if there's a no, let it go. And ask Creator or the cult energy to give you guidance that aligns with you, that is right for you. Never give your power away to people who might be more credible on paper, or they might be very credible for some people, but not necessarily the right match for you. So what I see really here is that self-discovery about what resonates with you and what doesn't resonate with you, and really start to listen to your own energy, to your own guidance, because you have a spiritual team and it guides you and it's there for you. Yeah? Okay, that feels like that's enough for now. Okay, and leave it at that. You're very welcome, Nimira. Okay, there's too many questions, Mary Charmaine. So I've answered your first two questions. I'm gonna continue in the chat because there are more people who have questions. So come back next week or submit something via the website susievalentine.com for your next questions if you want them answered. Okay, the next one we're gonna go to is Uma. Uma asks, "Is now a good time for me?" Okay, you're very welcome, Mary Charmaine. Uma, is now a good time for me to look for another job? Where shall I start from? Let me have a good look for you. Okay, what I hear for you is you will feel when it's the right time for you, when like intuitively, and you start feeling that already. But what is really important here is don't look for a new job if it's because of fear or because of something else that is of like a negative energy or lower vibration while you want to move on. If you feel like it's time for a new job, then let that energy come from your intuition. Let it like move for the right reasons. Let's say it like that, or look for something for the right reasons. It feels like you're doing that, but I also felt like got guided to highlight that. Yeah. What I'm hearing as well is you're learning some stuff around boundaries. What do you allow to happen? Where do you set your boundaries? And that's important. When you work on setting the right boundaries in a loving way, in a kind way, but still being true to yourself, that will allow you to get a job that really lets you rise, that lets you grow. The way where you start with your job hunt is let your intuition guide you. If you intuitively feel like you should speak to a certain person, go speak to a certain person. If you intuitively feel like you need to do a little bit of research online, do a little bit of research online. Let your intuition guide you. Then the right thing comes on your path. Yeah? Sometimes it's just about setting the intention and it will just show up for you in any kind of way you couldn't have imagined. Okay, I hope that helped. And then we have Joelle. How can I heal my anxiety and heal my kidneys? I do take lots of Theta Healing sessions, but I keep feeling anxious and my kidneys kind of vibrate a lot. Okay, Joelle, what I see for you, it's about self-empowerment. So taking sessions and getting support is fantastic, right? It's really good, and it's something whereby you empower yourself to a certain extent. But what I also see is it's for you to start learning and growing in some of these modalities so you can do it for yourself, so you don't need somebody else. And then it's about growing that self-confidence that you can clear your own beliefs, that you can connect to your angels, that you can connect to your spiritual team, that you can connect to your higher self, that you can connect and identify what beliefs are holding you back, and that you understand the digging process on how to apply that on yourself so you can shift it. And then you can grow that personal empowerment, that self-reliance. And in that process, you will shift a lot as well. These are just a couple of examples you learn with Theta Healing in the different courses, but you feel like which thing resonates with you, but it's about self-empowerment. The kidneys are also holding often on to things like anxiety, but also resentment. So when you start letting go of the resentment towards people and do the forgiveness exercise, it can really help with your kidneys. Kidneys do really well with doing forgiveness exercises. There should be a meditation, a forgiveness meditation on my channel. Have a look. You can do that meditation as many times as you want. That can really help with kidneys. This is not a replacement to not see a doctor. If you feel like you need to go to a doctor or see somebody who's specialized in this, please do so as well. These are energetic tools that can help, but are not a replacement of that. I hope that helped you. All right. What we're going to do now is I'm just going to do a little cleanse, and then I'm going to connect to the Ziladians and let them share a little message that they want to share. Who are the Ziladians? The Ziladians are a starseed, extraterrestrial energy that has been in contact with me quite a lot, and they really enjoy sharing a little bit at the end of each psychic reading session that empowers people, that helps them to connect more with themselves, that they're really about balance and finding balance in life and being compassionate towards yourself and others and living more of your authenticity. So if that resonates with you, these channelings from the Ziladians can probably really help you. And we're also doing Q&A sessions with the Ziladians, which you can submit your questions, and you will see more of those videos coming online too. Okay. More information is on susievalentine.com, and I'm now going to invite them in. Hello, good day. Wonderful to be back with you again. Thank you all who are here for being open to our message, to our energetic vibrations, and for being open to love and care for yourself more. That is a big shift that is gonna take place on Earth. We have started this process already, and it's gonna grow more and more into the direction of self-love, self-care, balance, and being compassionate for yourselves. How do you do that? And why is this so important? It can be done in many different ways, but critical is to start listening more to your body. What is it telling you? How do you feel? Can you connect, or do you allow yourselves to connect with different parts of your body? Have you ever connected to the cells in your throat, to the part of your body that is in your throat? Have you ever connected to your heart really deeply? Have you ever connected to your knees, to your toes, whatever part in your body you want to learn more about? Maybe a part of your body where you feel there are some pains or aches, or maybe a part of your body whereby you know an illness is present. You can connect to the illness. You can ask why the illness is there and what is the purpose of these illnesses or these specific illness. That is part of self-care. That is important because when you understand, you can raise your vibration beyond these lower vibrations, and therefore the body can start attracting more health, attracting healing, either through energies or the right medical solution might come on your path. It can happen in many different ways, but an initial conversation, a connection to that part of the body might be very beneficial to you. So today we invite you to do a little meditation with us, to connect to the part of your body you would like to connect to and understand better. Are you open for this? All right. Close your eyes. Don't do this when you're driving. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Allow your body to relax. Allow yourselves to relax. Another deep breath. Now do a little scan of your body. Start at the top of your head and just scan your head. It will go quick, but you on some level will notice, so it's all okay. Scan your head, move to your throat and scan your throat. Allow it to happen the way it's happening for you. There's no right or wrong with this. Scan your shoulders and your arms. Does it flow easily? Or are there some denser patches? Or maybe even blockages? Scan your upper body. Your liver. Your stomach. Your gut and your intestines. Scan your hips and the area between your hips. Scan your legs, your knees, your ankles, your feet and your toes. Take a deep breath and now connect to the area in the body where either the energy didn't flow easily or where you maybe saw some denser or blockage area or an area you feel guided to connect to. Connect with it now. You can have a conversation with it. Ask it some questions. Why it feels the way it feels. Why the energy flows the way the energy flows through it. Investigate. Don't judge the responses you're getting. What can you do to make this path fully healthy again? Or let the energy flow easily through it again? Ask it. Beautiful. You can thank your body. You can thank it for the connection. Take a deep breath and open your eyes again. This is not a way of diagnosing, but it is a way whereby you can get a better understanding of your body and how to connect with your own body. You might just have gotten some interesting information to help you on your journey. Thank you for allowing us to share this with you. We see you next week. Goodbye. All right. That was a little message from the Ziladians. I hope it's helped you to be aware that you can connect to your body. You can speak with your body. It's not a replacement for the medical system or going to a doctor, but it can actually really help you to understand better what is going on. And to do this in addition to maybe some treatment you might require, or if you're completely feeling good and healthy, to just improve your own connection with your body and what it likes and what it maybe wants to have differently. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions for the Ziladians, you can submit them via susievalentine.com. And then we are looking forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful week. Goodbye, everybody.